Hey guys, it's Jay here with another Ordeal video. Today I really wanted to discuss the season 3 promo picture we got from the Brent Bristol Instagram page. This picture has been out for a while, but I'm really just now getting the ability to talk about it. There are a few things I did want to discuss in regarding to it and just kind of mention and talk about, maybe like dive deep into in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and share it with others. Without further ado, on to the discussion. So first, just before I get into the actual subject matter, let's just take a look at the picture. Now, I'm not sure how it's going to be modeled on the actual video, but you can see that Norigiri is in the front and then we have Shay in the background. Now, the picture is a bit blurry on Shay's part. That is on purpose in regards to how Brent uploaded the video or uploaded the picture. So I do apologize if you can't really like see the kind of like the background as good, but that is how it is. So yes, we can see Shay in the background, then we see Norigiri in the front. So if you can see the caption, it is in what I assume is Japanese. Somebody did translate that. I wish I could shout them out, but I don't remember their IG. But I did write it down, so I am gonna read it to you now. It says, Season 3 of Ordeal will return later this year in 2024. Season 3 takes place after Shay becomes a Ronin. While death, suffering, and pain propel him forward, he also recognizes his destiny and the path he must follow. Now, with that, I can kind of guess, at least just me, we can kind of guess that the season will drop maybe like later in October. If I'm not mistaken, that is when season 2 came out, which was very hype, if not maybe a month before or a month after. So it shouldn't be that much longer for us to get the actual season unless Brent decides to, drop it anytime sooner. Now it says he becomes a Ronin. So this is before his actual Ronin like character, like the character designs we have for him. I'm probably gonna put a picture of that up, but you can tell it's not the same. He still has his hair long. If you have seen the Instagram page, you will see that his hair is longer in one of the actual pics or drawings that Brent did. So this isn't like Shay's official change transition to Ronin. It's more the in between stages. His life is kind of changing, things are happening around him, so he's becoming a Ronin adjacent like type of character before he is nicknamed Ronin. So with death and suffering and pain, we can kind of assume with that a lot of people around him will die, or a lot more death will come to him. In my last video, I did post about Bjorn, and we obviously see that Bjorn did die, rest in peace. And that did shoot it did shoot Shay's character like very high into like the anti-hero type of like character. So I'm kind of excited to see that. But so like I said, we can assume that more people will probably be dying around him, especially people close to him. And in regards to the destiny and path, with that, I'm gonna assume they're talking about him having to fight Thanatos. I'm probably gonna have the picture of him talking to Mahalalel, but he is going to be the one who has to defeat Thanatos, specifically Abel Legasov. Sorry if that is a spoiler. If you have not read the ending of the second season, that is a spoiler. I do apologize for that. But yes, Abel Legasov now has Thanatos, and Shay is going to have to be the one to fight him. So that is a definitive fight we should get in either the next season or the season following. But more than likely this season. Okay, so I want to talk about the actual picture and like the context of it. So in regards to what we actually see from the picture, there are two routes you can kind of theorize about it. Now I do have my own theory, and then one is more of a, I feel like it's more of a commonly seen theory in like the comments of the actual post. So the first theory in regards to what we have been shown is that this is Andrea's attempt to bring Shay back to code and or to like send him to Patmos. If you do remember the actual scene where they're telling him the truth about his parents, Shay starts to, get angry and he stands up, and Andrea reaches for her sword, which is Muramasa. So that could be a possibility here, which means that in this scene, Andrea has mastered or tamed Norigiri and is using that power to send her to get Shay back. So maybe Code sent her on the mission to get Shay back. And that would make sense because she was also sent to help train the Wolf Cubs, especially Shay, because they feared his power as he had the Ilios talent, right? That makes sense. So now you could also take this another route, which is that this is Shay helping Andrea as her last attempt or more recent attempt to make Norigiri submit and like claim his power to boost her forward, allowed her to be overtaken, which is definitely a possibility as both attempts made it were failed. Both attempts that she tried failed. Hopefully, I do have a picture of just a visual to go along with that. But as you can see, where if you read, she did say that like both scenarios that she was close to being taken over. So maybe that hasn't changed and she got taken over, and now Shay, being the one who knows about it, is going to either like have to defeat her and kind of set her free from Norigiri, or take it a step further and I don't want to say the words, but so now I do also believe that I'm not gonna say I believe it's the second theory versus the first one, like which one I lean more towards in regards to what I'm about to talk about next, but I do have a theory that suggests that either regardless of what happens, that Shay actually claims Norigiri. And this comes from me personally. I do have the picture up, so if you can see the actual image, the Titan General that killed Farri, if I'm not mistaken, that was her name. She did have that automatic vision of Shay, and we can see Shay standing off in the background a little bit. So now Shay is holding something kind of like a stick type of thing. Now, this is just me. I do think that might be Norigiri. I think it would be very interesting for him to have Norigiri. I'm not sure what that would exactly mean for the story or for like future interactions, but if it is, it would be very interesting. And I think it would kind of follow along the lines of Shay having to defeat her, more than him just taking it from Andrea, which seems a little bit, seems a little like I don't think Shay's character as of right now is something that would say, okay, I defeated you, I get to claim this. You know what I mean? I feel like it's more of a like a sorrowful, like I defeated you and you, at least in this scenario, since Norigiri is more sentient, I defeated you, so I get to claim this back, you know? But yeah, I do think that is Norigiri, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and if I'm right, that's great. So there is actually another promo pic that Brent posted up, assuming I have it up right now. So it says, like, as you can read it, there was a great battle here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is at least in the same like terrain or same area that the actual original promo pic is up, or that the original promo pic is from. So either the context of this is that they're talking about Shay versus Andrea, or they're talking about something else that leads to Shay versus Andrea just kind of like happening again or happening at this place. So like it's either that this refers to Shay fighting Andrea, or that this is like a scene earlier in the season and then we later on get Shay versus Andrea. You know what I mean? Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, I do think that this is a very nice scene. I feel like this is a good visual. If I'm not mistaken, down at the bottom that is Hanjiro Hebi and should be Aldrich Ross. I'm not sure who that could be behind them. But yes, I do think the promo pic in this scene relate. Hopefully you all agree. Now I do have one more picture that I want to talk about. Okay, so it is this like angel type of being, or not necessarily being, but like type of cameo. With this one, I personally, a lot of people believe that this is Tevin. I'm not under that assumption at all for like a couple reasons. One, he looks like he's wearing glasses. I know that's like a small detail, but he looks like he's wearing glasses. Tevin doesn't wear glasses. And I only say he looks like he's wearing glasses, which might be wrong because it has that like type of like reflective visual. That could be incorrect. He might just have like it might just be the glow of his like the aura emanating off the black hole things and the and his hands, right? Two, somebody said that it looks like Tevin based off like his beard and his hair. Now, to me, at least from the flash forward we get, and even in my last like discussion related video, Tevin's hair was longer and more like dreaded and locked. This hairstyle seems to be a lot more like a lot more like slick, like straighter essentially. And then the kind of goatee, it's like yeah, like the mustache and goatee. Now I might have to look at Tevin's picture again, but I don't think that that's how his facial hair looks. But I could be wrong about that. Now, in regards to who this threat is and what like this has to deal with, I wouldn't be opposed to this person actually having to fight Tevin, or this being like a very like trivial thing for Tevin to have to deal with, you know? Because like if those are black holes, then how is Tevin gonna have to deal with somebody fighting black holes? And if it's not Tevin who fights him, just in general, like how do you deal with this? Like he has four black holes surrounding him. He has 4 giant wings. Who knows what that can do? Like, and then he has these glowing arms, which may have something to do with like the black holes. Maybe he has like a certain energy that he controls or emits. Not really sure in regards to that, but that is what I wanted to talk about for this person. I don't think it's Tevin. I'm not opposed to it being Tevin. I just personally don't believe it's him. I also don't think, or I do think that this might be somebody Tevin fights. I won't be opposed to that at all. Or just this just being like a bigger threat that like a couple people have to deal with at the same time, because he does look very menacing and he does look like he will cause a problem. But that's really all I have. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, share with others, and I will see you in the next one.